Hey there, creative writers. I wanted to talk a little bit about some more of the features on our Blackboard page, as well as what the plan is for our module in fiction. Since we've done our introductions and we're getting used to the blogs and all that kind of stuff, where are we going next? Since we have no text for the class, the readings are links to materials that are available online. Some materials are also posted in the Module 1 folder. I'm posting our readings primarily in PDF because I'm just copying them out of books that I have. If you have trouble opening a PDF file, or if you need, ADA accommodations or something like that, certainly let me know and I'll get you a format that you can access. Each week we will be looking at some craft issues that deal with our genre, so characterization, dialogue, setting, point of view, all those kinds of things, and reading small pieces of fiction that are demonstrating this skill, and then we will be writing our own. Since we are going to be dealing with multiple genres in this class, we can't necessarily do long fiction, so a novel length project or something like that. There will be short fiction, a couple of pages. Make sure that as we're moving through this module, you pay very close attention to the specifics of each blog prompt that are on the module assignment sheet. So like for next week, your blog is to, after doing this reading on characterization and reading the sample piece by Minsker, then your blog will be a two-page scene, a two-page double-space scene where you're developing a character in this particular way. Some of these blogs, you're writing a scene in with one particular point of view, and then you're rewriting the same scene in a different point of view. So the blog prompts are very specific, and that's the rubric that I'll be grading against. As far as if you're nervous about the quality of writing, or one of the joys and struggles of creative writing and literature is that so much of it is subjective. That you can have a poem and one person say this is a great poem and other people say this is a crap poem. As far as the grades for the class, I will be grading on, I gave you 3 requirements for this. Did you fulfill the requirements? Are you demonstrating the skill that we're supposed to be practicing? Things like that. So as long as you follow the instructions, you'll be okay. Big picture for this unit, if you look at the module assignment sheet at the end, there's like a calendar that has the breakdown of all of our blogs. We'll be doing 4 blogs with responses. And then our last work of this module in the middle of September, we will be doing a workshop. Now, our workshop is a great place for us to get reader feedback. So we will post a draft of our story, and there'll be very specific questions that the readers will answer. So I will respond to those, and probably 2 other students will respond to that. So you'll get some feedback though about places where people were confused, or this was really funny, or it seemed to lag right here, or that character needs more development, or whatever. We're all writers here just trying to make better writing. So we understand that nothing is going to be perfect. Nothing is going to be, a New York Times bestseller in our first draft. So if you have anxiety about sharing your work, this is a safe space where people will respect you and respect your writing. And our only goal is to help you make it better. So we're going to show you the strengths in it, and we're going to offer suggestions on things you can consider changing. But in the end, you own this poem, you own this story. So it's not like you have to change things and compromise because one particular reader didn't like this scene. So if you have questions or concerns about that, just know that we're all in this together. We're all just trying to be better writers and further develop our craft in our particular genres. So that will be toward the end. So because we are going to be posting a story to workshop, in these preceding weeks, you need to be working on something. I don't have a particular prompt or a particular assignment that okay, we all need to write a story about, a war or a mother or anything like that. Your blog prompts might spark an idea. It might build you toward a piece that you're writing. This could be something that you've been thinking about. This can be something that you've already been working on and you're writing the next section of, especially coming to this as probably people who have already written. We don't want to just turn in stuff that we wrote in high school or that we wrote 5 years ago, because we're not the same writer we were then. So we want to focus on creating new things, because the purpose of this class is to be writing. So we don't want to just find an old file buried on, that we had done a couple years ago. I will be posting just kind of random writing prompts. So the piece that you turn in can come from any of these readings, any of these random prompts. It could come from these blogs, or it can just be out of left field. So as far as what the story is, there's no requirements or limitations at this point on that. Also, you'll see in the Module 1 folder that there is a fiction packet that will be due at the end of this module on the 22nd. So our fiction packet is very specific. Please follow the instructions. There will be 4 pieces that I've given you to read. Some of them very famous by authors you may know, like Ernest Hemingway. Some by local writers like Robert Gipe, who teaches at Southeast and lives and works in Harlan, Kentucky. And there are pieces that are by writers that you may not have known yet, like Daniel Orozco. So there are 4, and then you're supposed to select another. So there will be 5 pieces that you read. And then you're going to write a little page summary about them, like this is what it was about. And then the final part of your packet is your original piece, and then a reflection. So you're going to read additional pieces and summarize them. You're also going to, at the end of this all, turn in your story, because this is a creative writing class, and then also a reflection on what the process was like writing this piece. How was the workshop for you? Was it helpful? So the very specific instructions are there on the fiction packet assignment sheet, which is in the module folder. So pay attention to those. Additionally, on our Blackboard page, you'll see the link that says questions, workshop, and community forums. Like I said, I think in the introduction video, there's a question forum if you want to ask specific questions or generic questions about the class, about a reading, about an assignment right there. If there's things that you want to know specifically about your story, your grade, email me or call me. Don't post that there because that's not pertinent to the whole class. But also there's 2 other forums that I've opened there. One is for the fiction workshop that we'll be doing the week of September 16th. And the questions that we need to answer. But additionally, there's one that's called Writers Community Resources. And this is an open forum. It's not required or anything, but if you see something that you want to share with the other students in the class and share with me that has to pertain to creative writing, this is a great place to post it. So if you see, that there's a call for submissions, or there's a really cool Facebook writing group, or that there's a book sale going on, or that there's a book club, or you find information about a college's creative writing bachelor's program, or whatever it is, that's just a place for us to share more things that would pertain to the writing community. So just anything that you find that you think the class would benefit from hearing about, go ahead and post a thing there, and post your links, post your videos, whatever you find. So as we're wrapping up week 1, I'm glad to see the blogs are going well. And if you have any questions, make sure to ask, and make sure to also be working on some fiction. And if there's anything that you want to talk to me about the piece that you're working on, it doesn't have to wait until workshop week in the middle of September. I can give you feedback and guidance all along the semester, so you don't have to wait to get to that point where we can discuss it. I'm happy to talk about it at any point. So